she came for the first time in my house. It was a tough moment because I've never been. Now this time now a woman has come in your house. You have never been in a relationship. You don't know something about sex. There's nothing you don't know. So by that time, we just spent like brothers and sisters in that house. We spent like brother and sister day one, and I was full of prayer, full of words on my body. I've never seen a woman, so those are emotions in me. They were somehow dead. I was a pastor when my marriage broke. I had a church. Now when my wife left, it was not easy. I had an bound to drop, run away from church, run away from even from the place I used to stay, go and hide somewhere for some months. But the problem was that when she left my house, and she got friends who could advise her wrong, she could automatically take me some police station so that I can be arrested. According to what she told people, they knew I'm a very dangerous man, and a man who can kill a woman easily. After there, the rumors all over. This man wanted to kill the wife, this man wanted to kill the wife, and he's a pastor. So I lost weight. It almost took my life by then. Almost took suicide was part of my thoughts, but how God saved me, I don't know. I met my ex-wife, let me say my ex-wife in high school. I was a CU leader in Butere Boys the year 2015 when I was in Form 2. And she was a CU leader in another girls' school called Bichenya Girls. So they came in our school for a weekend of change. And that's where we met and we began to be friends from high school. We finished the same year. After high school, we were still friends. The year 2019, now our friendship went to a higher level because when I met her, I looked at her and I knew this woman, maybe she can stand with me, support my vision. We can go far with her. We can overcome things. Especially when I looked at her ministry, I loved because how she used to minister. What attracted me most to this woman is because she was courageous and how she was leading her fellow student. At the moment she takes mic to sing, she could worship until the worship could touch me. So I could say if I'm a born-again Christian, I love God. If I stay with this woman in the house, ministry will go far. We can raise family together and raise godly generation. That's what attracted that woman most. That was my first girlfriend. How I was raised, I was not raised in a Christian family, but at some point, I went to stay with my grandmother. She was a pastor for some 2 years when I was in primary. And I used to see her praying every morning, at night, and she loved God too much. Unfortunately, my mother was separated from my father when I was too young. So what my mother went through in my father's marriage, she used to tell me, Gilbert, while I was young, Gilbert, don't rush into relationship. And Gilbert, never mistreat a woman, because if a woman cries because of you, you will pay for it. For those 2 years, I stayed with my grandmother and my mom. My mom, till today, she has never gotten married again. When she separated with my father, what she went through is another story. So that's what motivated me never to mistreat a woman and never to engage in male relationship. She was unfortunately my first girlfriend, and we got married. Let me say, when I was raised with a father, I was only raised with my mother for 2 years. For 2 years in class 4 and 5. Also, I forgot to add something on my introduction. Currently, I'm a student. I'm pursuing degree in leadership. I'm pursuing a diploma in psychology, guiding and counseling in mental disorders, and I'm specialized in mental disorders and drug abuse and rehabilitation. So I'm currently a student. I already have a certificate in psychology, guiding and counseling. This has come after when I was in storms. Somebody who came to help me overcome depression took me to school. I was raised with my stepmother and her father. Life was not easy. That's what even today makes me to cry when I see this woman went with the kid it makes me to cry because the environment I was raised in with my stepmother and my father, without my mother, my friend, it was not easy. When our mother left, my mother left me when I was, I didn't know my mother, by the way. For 2 years, I was around 2 years when my mother separated with my father. So when my brain was coming to understand things, I found myself in the hands of my father with a stepmom. Now, what made me to ask me a lot of questions, I didn't know my real mother until when I was around class 4, 5. A lot of questions because this woman, when we used to live with her, she could mistreat me badly and treat other children well. Because his firstborn son was almost we are all different, maybe in months. But I'm older than him with few months, not years. So we were very close. But I was very surprised that when I'm young, when he has done mistake or I have done mistake, the way this mother could beat me and mistreat me, a lot of injuries are on my body because of that mama. But I already forgave her. And I had a lot of grudge towards her, but I forgave her. I started to, even today, I support her. So for 2 years, when life became tough in the hands of my stepmother and the father, somebody came and whispered to us that your mom is somewhere. That's when I discovered, we have our mother. We have our mother, okay. Let me find out where our mother is. So we had to run. I had to run because life was tough. My father was a rich man, was well able, but he was a man who loved women. Let me say like that. So after my mother going and marrying this woman, he could not stop from there. He continued marrying women. So this woman could revenge to us. When my father is out with another woman, could revenge maybe that anger to us. So that from there, we had to run and go and locate our mom. Locating our mom, we find her at our grandma's place. She was just working somewhere as a house help in Mombasa. But now we used to live with our grandma. So she could support her, how to go to school and what. She only came to visit, especially when she heard that we have come to stay with our grandma. She was very happy because for long, she had not seen us. And my brothers, I have my elder brother and my sisters, 2 sisters, born on our mom. So we had to run. One sister remained with the stepmama and she went through a lot. But we 3, we had to run and go and stay with our grandma. And that's how our mom could come and visit us, could come and talk to us. She could ask us forgiveness, telling us, I am very sorry. Don't even blame your father. Blame me because for giving you wrong father. But one thing makes me to respect that woman. She has never even a single day separated us from our father. Anytime our father could call us, he want us back. Our mom could understand we are going through pain, but there's nothing she can do. Especially we boys. She could just tell us that is your father. And if I can hold on you today, I will not help you. You need to go back to your father. It doesn't matter what you are going through. I'm praying that God will keep you well. You stay well until when you grow up. When you look at one of my legs, it has a lot of injury. I walk while I'm limping. Those are the injuries I got from beatings from my stepmother. I was never born like that. People say it is rickets, but no. When I was in class 7, after coming back to stay with my mom for 2 years, coming back to our father's house, what made us to come from out of our grandma's house is because in our father's house, life was good, food was there, everything was there. In our grandmother's house, there was a lot of struggle. So life was good, we have a lot of peace we can enjoy, but now we sleep hungry, we have no food, there's nothing. Our mom is not able to pay our school fees, we have to go back to our father's house. In fact, who narrated me this story was my grandmom, was telling me about what happened between my father and my mom, and how my mom, how she went to pick our mom the day she separated with my father, the pain, how my mom was looking. She went to pick my mom at the point of death. My father had beaten this woman at the point of death. So my grandmother could tell me, but as you grow up, never mistreat a woman. Whenever she does a mistake, handle it with a lot of wisdom, humbleness. Women are not beaten. Women are there to be loved, to be cared for. So that's what I can say. It affected my relationship a lot because I tolerated a lot of things in my relationship. Remember, it was my first relationship. I've never been in a relationship. I don't know about women. But she was it affected my relationship a lot. So in the year 2019, I decided now I want this woman now to engage marriage. We began relationship. We dated for, let me say, from 2018, 19. In 2019 August, she came to visit me in Nairobi. That time I was in Nairobi. She was now back in village. So I facilitated her transport. She came to visit me in the year 2019 for the first time. When she came for the first time in my house, it was a tough moment because I've never been now this time now a woman has come in your house. You have never been in a relationship. You don't know something about sex. There's nothing you don't know. So by that time, we just spent like brothers and sisters in that house. We spent like brother and sister. Day one, I didn't say anything because how I was raised, I was told that marriage you must do. I should be officiated as a wedding. So I was waiting for the wedding day, and when she came also, she told me, I have only come, but we will have to wait until we do our wedding so that we can now be free. And when she came at night, day one, we could just sleep on the same bed. Nothing happened. Day two, nothing happened. Day three, she confirmed to me. She told me, I'm still a virgin. I will keep these things for you. She stayed 3 days. She went back to village. After high school, I'm a man who loved God too much at that moment, and I was full of prayer, full of words on my body. I've never seen a woman, so those are emotions in me. They were somehow dead. So by that moment, it was a moment that moment just I knew this is like my sister. But because we used to interact like sisters in high school, we call it. She called me brother, I call her sister. So the relationship now was to change from sister to wife to husband. It took me some time. So when she came to see me, I did not sleep with her. But after some time, she went and slept with another man. In fact, when she went to sleep with another man, I knew. We were not together, but that time I was prayerful and I was praying about her, praying about relationship, future. I was talking about future, praying about ministry and other things. Now, in the year 2019, when this woman came to visit the second time, she has slept with a man, and I've discovered while we were in the house day one, I didn't touch her. She went to take shower, she came back, somebody called. A man called like 5 times while she was in the bathroom. I could not take that phone, but the phone was ringing too much. So I wanted to know, curious, who's calling this woman at around 10? Who is this person? So I took her phone, confirmed who was calling. It was a man. I never picked that call. After some seconds, a message came. Why am I calling? I'm not picking my call, and I miss you too much. What is happening? I was curious. When this woman came back from bathroom, just looked at her. After 2 hours, after 1 hour, after preparing supper, we ate. Ask her, there's a person who have called you, and he has texted you, he misses you. Do you have another man? And I knew this was the second time she had come to visit me, and I knew this woman, she has another man. And she was really in for sex this second time. But she still lied to me, I'm a virgin. When I asked that question, the woman could not talk to me. Day 1, day 2, she just woke up in the morning, went out and stayed for 3 days. After 3 days, it was very painful to me because I really loved this woman. I loved her and I had trusted her with everything. We had already agreed even the day, planning for the year of wedding. We have already agreed for the year of wedding. We have already agreed that we are going to keep us even if we meet. From now, we had already agreed that when you come to my house, you'll be sleeping on the floor, I'll be sleeping on the bed until we complete what? Until the day of wedding. We want our marriage to be unique. In fact, what pushed me not to sleep with many women, that I was taught while I was young, if you sleep with a lot of women as a man, you are losing your destiny. You might be poor. You might struggle in life. If God wants to use you, there's a level God will never use you when you open up your body to a lot of women. So with this woman, my intention was that I wanted to commit myself to one woman. And it was my intention until when I leave the earth, that will be an intention that my father's married many women. My grandfather the same. But me, I want now to be different. And I had knew that for us to confirm this thing to be on our wedding, on our wedding day. So he had already discussed everything. And we had already even scheduled our wedding in the year 2020. We had already planned for wedding. But now this woman left. Day 3, after she left, she went and stayed out for 3 days. She came back. We spent some days together. That's the first time we had the intercourse. But she woke up next day in the morning and packed. In fact, she did not pack. She went and stayed out for 3 days again. She came back now with a friend who was her cousin's husband by that time. Unfortunately, their marriage broke up. Well, this man, they came in my house after us. Remember, we are together, but we are not talking. Because I already questioned her, the man who was asking about her and missing her. So we are just together, but now that freedom, the love was already going down. But in my heart, because of that covenant I had with God, committing myself to one woman, I told myself, let me give her a chance. Maybe she will change. Maybe it was an accident. So I decided just to give her a chance. I knew she had slept with another man. And I knew this man was pursuing her. But I decided now just to give her another chance. But I never knew it will cost me later. So she came back and she picked her items. She went and spent out for 3 months. She told me, why do you question me? Who is calling me and who is not calling me? I am a woman. Many men are after me. And those who are after me. So you should not question me. But I told her, I'm very concerned, because why should you accept and tolerate then? If you are in a relationship, tell them I'm in a relationship with this man, so they should not disturb you. But if you are committing yourself to them, it means there's something, and you have started now to take away the love I had to you. She kept quiet. She never talked to me. When she came back, I just saw her. She came in the house, packed all her items. She moved away. I decided to escort her up to stage. I told her, Madam, okay, because of questioning you, this man calling you, and I've decided maybe to forgive you. You are still doing this to me? She said, yes, I want to go. She left for 3 months. I don't know where she went. Maybe she went to stay with that man. I don't know. After 3 months in the year 2019, January 2020, 19 December, around December, she came back. I was just in the house morning. I saw somebody knocking on my door. I opened the door. I found it was her. When she came back, I was asking myself, where have you been for 3 months? And I never told anybody, because I knew it would be shameful to me. My parents had already seen, I had already introduced her to my parents. So after this month when she came, unfortunately she came back when she was pregnant. So I welcomed her, but I was surprised when I looked at her. I knew there's something wrong. But tonight, I saw her vomiting. Now I was asking myself, vomiting? That's when I discovered, from biology, signs of pregnant. And I asked her, are you pregnant? She said yes. Now I had intercourse with her once, but we had another man who was following her. And she had after this time, she had spent out 3 months. She came back, the pregnant. When she gave birth, when she came back, my intention was that she would just come back and stay maybe few days, and then I wanted to release her peaceful. I wanted to tell her, Madam, you left me 3 months ago. I don't know where you have gone. Now you have come back. You are pregnant. I want to release you. But when she came back very humble. And I've never seen her, since I knew her, since she could come to visit me, I've never seen her behaving like that. She was very humble. She could do everything to me. Wake up very early, clean the house, make sure I have warm shower, make sure food is prepared, everything. After some 2 months, I decided maybe let me just forgive this woman and let us get married. But another mind was that let me just give her a chance, because I knew her background. I knew how her family has struggled to take this woman to school. My family was well able, but I knew her background. Especially when I was in Mtete Boys, I knew her home ground, her home place is not far from Mtete Boys compound. We used to play rugby, so we could go out for morning jams, morning training. I could pass her home. And I could see her, maybe she's out of school because of school fees. I know her background well. So the main reason why maybe I didn't want to chase her immediately, I was thinking about her parents. But then when she came after these 3 months, I spent almost 3 months with her in the house. I could not touch her. My emotions towards her were dead. I could not feel anything. So we could just spend. She could even come back in the house taking shower. She could even undress before me while she tried to manicure herself. I was not interested in her because she had already betrayed me, my trust and everything. But the way now she could carry herself in the house, I thought maybe let me give her a chance. And maybe she can make a good wife, because in these 3 months she was doing everything good. At that time I had some money, so we were not struggling. So she could prepare anything, and she was behaving well. For the first time I came back, I said, now, let me just marry her, this woman. We had spent time 3 months in the house. And after that's the first time, that's now the second time I had intercourse with her now. And I decided now to marry her. And I opened a shop for her. Just now to empower her. I opened a shop for her. While I was working in event, was doing events and decoration, wedding. I have a friend who had a company by that time. Those items of the events and decoration, especially wedding, birthday, funeral, what. So we used to work with that man, and he trusted me with everything. So I used to earn good money. I also had some men from America who sponsored my education. But they made to be in Butere Boys. It was not my parent who paid my school fees. It was a well-wisher who came who visited a community. And when she came to visit a community, she came now with an intention of sponsoring one kid to high school. But I had a friend whom I used to serve. I used to help this man. This man could trust me with everything, even his office. He had a very good office. He used to work with white men, and they used to give scholarship to children. But he knew our family was well able. Until one day I just shared with him my problems. I told him, my friend, our family is well able, but I'm suffering. And number two, he was curious to see why is it that my father is very rich and I'm in a day school. One day he just asked me, why you are in a day school and your father is very rich and this and this and this. So this man was the one, and he was the one who connected me to a certain lady who took me now to high school, from day school to Butere Boys. And they sponsored my high school, my college in tailoring, driving, and yeah. So that woman, after that, she used also to sponsor my life in Nairobi. She wanted to make sure I'm stable before in life. So this woman could sponsor. They were a couple. They could sponsor my life in Nairobi, so I had money. Every month, this woman could make sure she sends me something to pay school fees, the rent, and everything. So part of that money, I opened a shop for this lady. While I was working and going to school, she was running a shop. But from that moment, she had joined another church. Because when I married her, now people respected me in the church. I didn't want them to know I have married in that way. I wanted to open up my marriage on a wedding day, and they were very sure we were preparing for wedding. I had already told them next year I'm going to marry in a wedding, and that was our agreement with my wife, my former wife then. Now I am married now. She came back now. I've decided to marry her. In the church, they respect me. I am among the ministers. I lead the youth, among the praise and worship team. They love the grace of God over my life. So while that moment now, this woman had to join another church. So I used to go to my church. No one know I'm married. But now she's going to another church. When I go to that church, they know Gilbert is planning for a wedding. But in my house, I'm married. So this woman can go to her own church. She just joined a nearby church that was near where we were staying. But now I went to my church there where I was fellowshipping until seeing the first time I came in Nairobi. When she went to that church, she told the church she's a youth. They knew she's a youth. Then she never introduced herself as a married woman. Now they knew she's a youth. And that woman used to sing. Until today, when that woman stands to worship, my friend, that woman is gifted when it comes to worship. So they loved her because of that worship. And they knew she's not married. So even the pastors were very supportive to her. They knew she's living alone. When they have anything in the church, they could stand with her. But now she's married. And people could come visit her where she was staying. She could tell me, people were coming to visit me now, but they should not find you in this house. Because I loved her, I could give her space in the house. But I never knew they were her church members who were coming to visit her. She just told me her friends, my fellow girls who come to visit me, youth in the church. But now let's give her space. We are talking issues of our own issues. And because I loved her, trusted her, by then, I could give her the house and just go on my business. So they knew she's not married. Now, when the pregnant was around 7 months, now it was now appearing. Because for 7 months, no one could discover she's pregnant except me. So now the pregnant is appearing. She had now to disappear from that church. She came now to live with me. Now I had no option because now me and my man, at some point I speak my things openly. I went and approached my pastor. I told him, man of God, unfortunately I have seen, I have a woman in the house. She's now pregnant. I didn't tell him what happened. For those 3 months she was out or what, no. Just told her because now I decided now to love this woman, to protect and cover everything. I just told her she's in the house and that pregnant is mine. So please forgive me. The pastor had to call 2 of us with the woman, and I was sat in between the elders in the church and the other leaders, and they were very disappointed with me. They said, Gilbert, we trusted you. You have been our role model in this church. Many youth have been looking at you, and if you wanted wedding, we would have just said, we could have organized everything. We could have funded your wedding, including helping you to pay dowry. But now, Gilbert, you have slept with this man. Now she's pregnant. How will the other people say, especially the youth in the church? For now, Gilbert, now you'll have to step out from altar until sit back. Because now it will be a shame so that these youths cannot take it lightly, that you can just come, stay on the altar and sleep with a woman and just come and continue ministering. No, you'll have to step back from the altar, sit back and wait until for some 3 months, until now we see how we can restore you back to the altar. I took it positive because I knew also I've already failed, because their intention towards me and their love and their trust towards me was very high. So I decided not to take it positive, but after some time, youth now could now begin to talk about me. Everybody in the church, now they could show fingers at me. We decided now to move out from that church. I decided to take my wife to her. I told her we are going to another church. So I gave her time. She gave birth. I remember in the year 2020, May, she gave birth. So our wedding was to be done in the year 2020. I'm a man, when I say I want to do something, whether I have money or not, I believe if I plan anything, we will do it. So because I had promised her wedding in the year 2020, we had to postpone the wedding because she had already given birth. So we had to plan our wedding now in the year 2021. So in the year 2021, I planned the wedding. I went to see her parents. I never paid the complete dowry. I went with something little. I told the parents, I have this, I have this, I have this. So let me pay and allow us to do the wedding. So they allowed us to do the wedding. So I began to plan the wedding in the church where I was, and everything was going on well. But the pastor in that church had not wedded, so he was somehow against our wedding too much. And he wanted our wedding to go according to his plan. The day of wedding, dressing, everything. Yes, we wanted their support as a church, but the wedding was mine and my wife that time. So I told them we will only do wedding according to our own way, how we want things to go. So by that time we disagreed with that pastor. Now we had now to move. I decided to look for another man of God who wanted now to officiate our wedding. And he was ready. He just told me I will only pay 10,000 for everything, pay for registration and counseling and what. So I was ready to pay, but this lady told me, no, I know another pastor who loves me so much. Until today, they want me. I'll go and tell him I want a wedding, and I will tell him the truth that I'm married, so that now he will officiate our wedding in that church. So she went to see that pastor. By the time, that man, she used to go to his church while we were married, but she never told them she's married. Now she went and told them, I got married, I have a kid now, I want us to do wedding, and I want you to stand with us and this and this, and my husband is a minister. this and this and this. So they knew that when they called me, I went to see them. They gave me a platform to test if I am worthy to stay with this woman. I preached, I ministered. So when they saw my ministry, they knew even if this person has slept with this woman and they have been living together, they have potential in ministry. So let us accommodate them. So you are to wed in them in August 2021. They told us you will not wed in August because you have come in this church. We will have to postpone your wedding until December 2021. So they postponed our wedding, and everything went on. They planned our wedding, and we did wedding. Though when we did wedding, there's something wrong. When we got registration of the marriage certificate, we did not register. And I thank God, because if I could have registered that marriage, it could have costed me maybe today. So we did wedding, yes, in the church. Everything was done. Even we signed certificate. But I knew this after some time. I didn't know the procedure of the wedding. I knew the bishop is always the one who knows how the marriage is being run and how they connect with certificates and everything. So, but unfortunately, we did not register the wedding. He never advised us what to do or what. We just saw we sign a certificate, but I knew it was just a paper, maybe just to show the crowd it's a wedding. Though that wedding, my parents, my father did not attend because I was raised with a stepmother. He wanted to come in that wedding with the stepmom. But now I wanted my mother also to be in the wedding. So I wanted to sponsor I was not somehow very stable. I was not very stable. I wanted to sponsor my father to come in the wedding. But my father refused. He said, if you cannot send the transport of 2 people, of you, me, and your stepmother, I will not attend the wedding. I told my father, for now I have no capacity to support 2 of you. Even my own mother is coming in the wedding, but my mother is paying her own transport from village to Nairobi and going back. But you ask my father, because I honor you, I want to cater for your transport. But my father said no. So that's how it happened. So we wedded. Life went on well. Everything went on well. After wedding, 2 years now, in the year 2023, around December, around August, almost 2 years, I told now the bishop in that we wedded, because now he had me in that church. We used to minister. The bishop loved me, trusted me in that church more than anybody else. Trusted me with altar, with the secrets of the church, because of the grace of God upon my life. So after some time, I told him, now, man of God, I want to go to ministry. Now I want to go and raise an altar for God. Kindly, can you release me? I gave him a 3 months notice. But I told him, but unfortunately, I will not begin ministry with you. Thank you for supporting us. You will remain to be our father in ministry, in our marriages, because the best man, in fact, the best man was to stand with us, who wanted to stand with us, was from the former church, and I was the one who had looked for him and the couple, and they were ready to stand with us. In fact, they supported us. They did everything, but those men helped us a lot. Even when I went to see the parent paying dowry, they took everything. They hired a vehicle from Nairobi to village Kakamega. They went and paid dowry. Unfortunately, when I moved from that church, they also dropped away from being our best couple. So this lady, when we went to see this bishop now, this lady connected me to another couple who stood with us now in our marriage. Unfortunately, the best man was the in-law of the bishop who wedded us. The bishop married his sister, elder sister. So we are now family. So when I wanted to move out of the church, I told the bishop who wedded us very well, will you just allow us to go? And bless me for 3 months. Because now we are moving out of the church for 3 months, allow us to withdraw from the altar for 3 months. So that when we move out, the gap in the church should not be filled by people. For these 3 months, somebody else can be taking over what we were doing in the church to avoid this gap to remain. But the bishop, he released us. But I didn't know he was hungry with us until when my marriage now began to shake up. So they released us well. We went and stayed for some few months in the year 2023. Now we were set out of church. Now shake up began in my marriage. Now shake up in the year 2023. In fact, the year 2022, Almost at election moment now, my wife got a job, and she was earning money. The shop has gone down. I invested a lot in that shop, over 150,000. Now the shop has gone down. The way the shop gone down, I don't know. But she used to take money from the shop and go pay to Chama. After paying to Chama, when the Chama come out, I knew maybe she will invest back in the business. But that money, she could say, this is my money. And she could send that money to her parent. So every time I could invest back in the shop. I invested a lot of money in that shop. But I knew maybe she was taking that money, she would refund in that business. No, unfortunately, the business went down. Now we had already closed the shop. Now we are in the house. Life have begun maybe almost down. We are now in a single room. She has now gotten a job. That woman and the couple was sponsoring my life in Nairobi. Now they have an issue in America. Their son was diagnosed with leukemia or something with the backbone. So they were investing a lot of money, taking care of their son, so they could not now stand with me again. So my wife now got a job. Now things changed. Now, unfortunately, now my friend of mine who had a company of events and decoration, he has dropped the work. He's now employed in a Unilever company, earning good money. So I'm no more now doing events and decoration. The woman was helping me with some cash monthly has dropped. Now I have to figure out how life will go on. The shop has closed. Maybe I was opening the shop knowing when life got down, this shop will still sustain us. The woman now changed. She has gotten a job. She has changed. She dressed the way she wants. The Christian lady I saw now has changed too much. And now things began to be worse that moment. 2022. 2023 now, the first boyfriend, that man called Paraka, began now to look back, looking for her. You could see them chatting. They plan how to meet. I asked this woman, the same character, she keeps quiet in the house for almost 2 months. Even in the bed, I cannot touch her. I cannot do anything. By that time now, we have now begun our own church. And by the grace of God, God opened doors. I got some money. We moved to a good house. Now her brothers come and sister, we are living with them in the same house. I'm taking care of all of them. The woman is now working, but she cannot respect me. She can come back in the house at midnight. Those boyfriends are now locating her. More than maybe we had around 3 men who were following this woman. When we got married, unfortunately that time, we could not hide phones. We agreed she could go out with my phone, spend with it all day. I go spend time with her phone the whole day. But now when she got job, now I'm down. Now there are men now who are pursuing her. Now her dressing got changed. She could now hide her phone. She could now do whatever she wanted. One day I just saw a message on her phone now. By mistake, I got her phone as usual. I touched her as usual. A message came in. A man was talking to her, planning how they meet. When I looked at that man, I discovered that I know that man, the former boyfriend Baraka, this man who used to pursue me a few years ago. So I don't know if they had already met up. We had another man who was pursuing her in the city of Nairobi. Then we had another man. Now this lady was pursuing. When I asked who is this person, she told me this person is one of our lecturers in school. Oh, I said, okay, no problem. Then after some few days, now I met this woman this man with the car near where we stay. And I saw him, and I was coming with my wife from church. And I saw them looking at each other. I told her, who is this man? She told me another answer was that this man is just, he lives near our best couple, our former best couple. So I know him because I used to go and see them. I used to meet him in the house of our best man. And remember, I met this man 1 month ago. This woman told him he's one of the lecturers. Now this time I've met this man in the car wash near where we stay. The woman lied to me. She said that this person is the friend to our best man. So things went like that until the year 2023 January. Now when this woman near 2024 December, she wanted to go visit her parents. I was against because I knew December is very expensive. She had money to go and see them. But me, I knew this woman will go back home. Coming back, it will be tough. She will go, she has fare, she has money because she's working. But the moment she will go home, it will be tough for her to come back because the transport fare I don't have. So, but she left with a lot of, I tried to prevent her, to tell her, let us wait until when the transport will maybe go down, maybe in the February or March, or maybe in the months of January, you can go and see your parents. She said, no, I'm going to see my parent and I will go. So she left and went to see her parent. When she was, and exactly what happened, she went home, she had no fare to come back to Nairobi. So I had to look the way forward. I had to sell the chairs of the church. I had a church. I had to take some few chairs of the church to sell. How this woman come back to Nairobi. When she came back to Nairobi, now she's worse. I cannot do anything. At some point, she could stand up, even want to beat me. I just look at her and keep quiet. She became worse. Now men pursuing all over. Now I decided to maybe, it is now 1 year or 2 years. Now I'm tolerating this thing and I don't want to fight this woman. So I need this woman, if we continue like this, I might do something wrong. Let me go and seek help maybe from the best couple. Now that's now when things become now to be worse. At some point, I locked this woman outside the house. I went and just slept in the church and locked the door and went out. I wanted I was avoiding to fight. Maybe she could learn from that mistake and maybe come back to her senses. But after some few days, I went to see the best couple. I told him, this woman, this is happening, this and this and this and this and this. I know I'm right now, I don't have money. My wife used to get whatever she wants. But right now, I cannot afford that. I can only just afford whatever is there. But that time, she was a teacher now. She has gotten a job in a school. I could make sure maybe they go to school well in the morning. We had that one kid. We had never given birth. After giving birth, this woman went and planned family planning for 5 years. I didn't know. Just find her. She just came to the house and I was touching her hand. I saw something. So what is the problem? She told me I'm on family planning for 5 years. I said, what? What have you done and you have not told me? We have only now, until we only have that kid. We did not have another kid. So I went to see the best man. I told him about my marriage issues. They were very happy. They told me, okay, this woman is doing wrong. Let us call the woman so that we can talk. They called the woman. I never knew I have opened a door where the second party will come in the marriage and destroy our marriage and make things to be worse. I never knew these people, they want to revenge and destroy my life because I left the church. So when I went to see the best man, we talked. And they asked this woman, what this man is saying you are doing, coming back in the house at night. Say, men following you and having an affair outside the marriage. Is it true? The woman kept quiet and just cried. When she cried, they looked at him, said, oh, and they said, why don't you talk? After 5 minutes, she said, this man wants to kill me. He beats me every day. He does not provide. If I don't provide, he beats me. If I don't pay the rent, this man wants to kill me. So those was the report. When she said all of those things, the best man and the best woman looked at me and said, oh, Gilbert, you are doing wrong. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I asked them a very simple question. This woman, if you meet her almost every day, has she ever told you that I've done this to her? They said no. I remember I had already complained to the best couple after some 6 months ago because I had tolerated this woman I had tolerated her for 2 years. I had complained to them, this woman is doing something wrong. I think there's somebody pursuing this lady. And as the people, according to the foundation of the church, according to faith, as best couples, you are people we trust with our issues. Can you talk to this woman? Whatever she's doing is not fine. And I'm going to divorce her very soon. Because I've tolerated her for long, but I'm seeing things getting worse. But they called her, she did not go. Now they see the second time I forced her to go, we talked. When she said I want to kill her, I beat her every day. They asked me, they were very furious against me. And they called this woman. In fact, this woman told them, I am also demanding dowry from their parents. I am abusing her parent, all those things. May I kept quiet. You know, as a man, you cannot talk. Now the woman has spoken. These people, now they have forgotten anything that I came to complain. Now they have seen me as the worst person. Everything has turned. Now I started asking my question. Now in the house, this woman has already gone beyond boundaries. Now maybe I thought we will get help. This man can be talked to. This woman can be talked to so that we can settle this issue. Go back to the marriage. Now things have become worse. Now they have turned against me now. I am the man who want to kill this woman. Now we spoke. After that, we went back to our house. We spoke from around 8 p.m. to around 3 a.m. From where we used to stand to my best couple places, just a walking distance. In Nairobi, just 5 minutes. So we just left 3 a.m. We went back in the house. We knew things are okay. But things became worse. The woman now left the bedroom, started to live in the sitting room. Now for almost 4 months, 6 months, I've never touched her body. She has denied me even the sexual rights. She has denied me anything. Now I'm a pastor. Now, unfortunately, I had a church near where we stay. Now I had to cover my name. I cannot fight this woman in the house. They respect me in the plot everywhere. I now have to keep quiet as a man. I am suffering in the house, but there's nothing I can do. Now the woman has left the bedroom, is now sleeping in the sitting room. There's nothing I can do. After some point, I saw after 1 month she came back from school, and I saw her packing things the way she did the first time. She packed everything. I saw her packing her clothes, packing everything, packed. We used to stay at the 4th floor. I saw her coming out. I told myself, after what I've gone through in this house for almost 1 year, and this woman is going out, let me just give her a chance because I'm tired. So I wanted to eat, but after packing, she was unable to transport her items up to ground floor. Just decided to help her to carry. Because I was tired, I just wanted her to go. That's so that I can maybe get time to rest. And maybe I will figure out things. She was not saying anything, but she just packed and left. So when she came to the ground floor, she had a baby. It was around 8 p.m. I called a motorbike for her. 2 motorbikes. I never knew calling these motorbikes will save me one day. I never knew speaking to people. I had spoken to one neighbor that I'm going through this. And this neighbor was her friend. They were our friends. There was also another mama of mine in the church. I also told her, this lady is making me go through this and this. Why can't you just talk to her to stop doing what she's doing? Because this lady, I knew this woman respect this lady. So those 2 people helped me a lot after some time. So when she left, I called motorbike. It carried her items. And unfortunately, what surprised me, because where we used to stay from the down of the street, and my best couple lives on the upper side of the street. And the road is very straight, and it has been tarmacked well, so I could see everything. So when the motorbike left, the one motorcycle carried this woman with the child and with another bag. Another motorcycle carried her items. She had packed everything. I saw how the motorbike went straight to my best man's house. So my wife went to my best man's house and stayed there. After 2 nights, I knew she has gone there, but because I'm a pastor and my marriage has broken, my mind was that this woman just let her go forever. I don't want to see her again because I've suffered. I gave her the first chance in the year 2019. I knew she will change. Now it is now almost 4 years, 5 years. She has now done the same thing. Now not one man. Over 4 men are pursuing her. But this woman, when she starts to worship, when she starts to sing in the church, she can cry, she can do whatever, everything. But I am the only person who know her. I cannot say I was perfect. I had some weaknesses. But after some time, when she left, after 3 days, it was on Friday. I remember it was on 24th January 2024 when she left. After 2 days, I called my best man. I asked him, where is my wife? He left my house. She left my house. I don't know where she was. Can I know if she's at your place? The best man told me, what was making me feel a lot of pain is because the best man was very close to my wife. More than I used to think maybe how his wife, who is the best woman, could be close to my wife, and the best man could be close to me. But now the best man is so close to my wife. The man told me my wife came here and stayed 2 days and left, so I don't know where she is. Now it was on Friday when she left. On that Saturday, I called the bishop who wedded us. I told him My wife left the house and I came to see the best man, who is your in-law, to help us, but things became worse. Can I see you, please, that we can talk about the issue of marriage? Now, why pursuing this marriage? I was pursuing it now for the sake of the church ministry. What will people talk about me? I used to do crusade. Now people have already known me, especially because of crusade. I used to do crusade in this every area. People have known me in that area. Now the wife has gone. The church is now. People are asking, where is my wife? Now I used to pursue her to come back. Not because I loved her, but because of the church and because of my name. Now, I went and asked my bishop who wedded us. He told me in a phone that, Gilbert, your wife came here, but there's some things we need to settle first for her to come back. You can come and we talk. Okay. I stayed for at least 1 month before I looked at this bishop again. For 1 month now, he told me, come and see me, we talk. But now, what surprised me, my wife has left my house on Monday, on Friday. On Sunday, I see a clip. Remember, we were in that church. She's ministering in that church on the altar. She left the marriage on Friday. On Sunday, in that church, she's on the altar ministering. She's worshiping God, lifting, and people are worshiping. And I saw a clip people sent to me. Bishop now stood and said on the altar that this is our daughter. She has come back to her home, and the husband wanted to kill her. So we have only rescued her. She's here just for healing. Let us protect her and cover her. And let us make sure she's safe. And when that clip came to me, I was very angry and very angry towards this bishop. I sent him a text. I told him, man of God, you are the one who officiated this marriage. And I approached the best couples who were in-law when the issue about my marriage. My wife has left the house. Now, the first Sunday, she is now ministering in your church on the altar. You know I'm a minister. I'm a pastor now. If it were your wife left my house. She has come she left your house, she has come to my house. And you see me giving her chance on the altar the same Sunday. Their marriage issues not settled. Their issues are not settled, and you have given this man I have given wife a chance on the church she's ministering. What will I conclude? You will conclude that this man has something with my wife or your wife, or you are happy their marriage doing what? Breaking up. I thought you could have helped us, because now you are our parents, spiritual parents in marriage. Sit us down, air out issues, ask this woman, if Gilbert is beating you every day and he wants to kill you, and he does not provide in the house, have you ever come to complain? If she has never come to complain, why? And if it is found Gilbert is beating this woman, then tell Gilbert, stop doing this and this and this, so the marriage can settle well. And if this man is saying the truth, ask this woman, woman, what are you doing? It's wrong. So that this marriage can be settled. But if you side one side and take this woman from her house and give her accommodation in the best couple's house and restore back the altar, you have already broken this house. You have already supported this woman. Even if she comes back in the house, she will not respect this man. She will know I will be doing this, and I'll be covering up with this, and people will be protecting me, and that's how we shall live. And that's how you find out where people in the marriage, they end up killing one another. Whereby a man now, he has nobody to, he has tried to complain. He has tried to tolerate. But now when he tried to look for help, there's nobody who could listen to him. So the man will think and say, today I have tried this thing for a long time, let me just deal with this woman. Because no one will listen to me. Let me beat her. Then you find a man beats a wife, and the wife dies. Or you find a man decide to commit suicide, or decide to kill everybody and take away his life, because now the man has nobody to help to hear him. Like for instance, like me, I knew my couple staying with my wife in his house. I knew where they were staying. It was only 5 minutes walk. At some point I thought, let me just go in this house, beat the husband and the wife and these best couples. I wanted just to deal with them so that I can come out with my wife and the child. But something told me, no, just cool down and let everything go the way it will go. Now, I never knew on that Sunday, now on 26th January, after church, they sat a meeting in the church. Somebody in that church, remember I was in that church, the people still love me. They could tell me everything. They sat a meeting and they told this woman, for us now, for you to help, go to the police station and report that you are chased from your house with one cloth and you ran for your life, and your husband wanted to kill you. So you have run to seek accommodation from this place. So my wife went and reported that time the police station and reported, and they took everything statement, and they wanted to. They told her if you have evidence or witnesses, bring them so that we can arrest that man. So unfortunately there was no evidence. Even the police told her, if you have not been beaten a single day, you have witnesses, bring them. If you have ever gone to hospital, maybe for treatment, your husband bet you, maybe come and report. You give that evidence with the doctor's report. We will arrest your husband, and we will take him to do whatever is necessary. And by the way, as a man, when a woman takes you to the police station, my friend, you have no way to go. You will have to go through pain. So when there was no evidence, so she went back. Now me, I never knew they have reported a case. So they knew maybe I will go to my best couple's house maybe to bring issues. I have friends, even pastors who told him, be a man. If they have taken your wife, take a slasher. You just go in that house, deal with that man, and you take your wife and your kid and come back. Because if they ask you, say you are just defending yourself, this man has taken your wife, this and this. But something could whisper to me. Let me say the Holy Spirit could whisper to me, tell me, Gilbert, I am God. I don't know. There's something I'm doing. That's what kept me now tolerating. After 1 month now, I went to look for Bishop. When I went to look for Bishop, it was on a Sunday, I remember. When I went to see that Bishop, I met him in the church. He was ministering. I finished the service remember I have a church. I finished the service very early. I used to go to minister. Everything was going on normal. My life was going on normal. I did not stop to preach. I did everything as that woman was never in my life. When I went to see that Bishop, I met him completing preaching. When he saw me, he changed the topic. He started preaching. Those men will be their wife. They want to kill their wife. They will suffer. They will go through pain. They don't know how to handle women. Women need to be loved. Women need to be taken care of. Women need to be that. You will suffer. You will be rejected. You as a man, and you walk here, coming here, you want us to help us. This is nonsense. We cannot sit down and talk such a nonsense. Talk such a stupid. The man was preaching. And I have just entered the church. I remember that kid now is there looking at me. The kid is crying, looking at me, saying, Daddy, make miss, what. The kid was talking to me like that in the church. I had to go out with the kid. When I left with the kid some few meters from the church, what makes me cry almost every day, the kid started crying. I'm going with the kid to buy him something to eat, maybe some snacks. But the kid is crying, and the kid is now around 6 years, but that time he was around 4 to 5 years. He was around almost 4 years. The kid cried and told me, I will never forget that statement. Sometime, even while I'm talking about this thing in my heart, I'm crying because the kid cried and said, Daddy, I love this kid too much. But the kid cried and told me, Daddy, I cannot go with you anywhere. Remember, he's a young kid. And he said, why? I asked the kid, why are you crying? He told me, Mama said, when I see you, I should run. You want to kill me. You want to kill her, and you will also kill me. So I cannot go with you. And the kid was crying too much. And everybody, until people know, it is now in Nairobi, the church is very close to Esther, where people stay. People are looking at me, and they thought maybe I have stolen a kid. People were looking at me, they were not aware if this is my kid. But now how the kid was reacting while I was going with the kid out. This woman had shown the kid that I'm a man who can kill this kid. So I had to go back to church with the kid. That picture, it is not easy to leave my mind. Now when I came back to church, I met the bishop. We talked. He had already finished preaching. We talked. The bishop told me, Gilbert, everything is okay. You go back in the house. Your wife is coming back. So me, I left that church. I went back to my house. I picked the items. I had a crusade Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thank God I never knew that crusade will save me. Everything was doing since the first day this woman left my house. God was just aligning things according to his way. Calling those men to help her carry the items back to stay with when she was leaving my house. I never knew it will save me. Now I was preaching the crusade. Crusade, it was around 5:36. I received a strange call. That strange call I did not pick. After some few seconds, a strange call again. So that call I gave a friend because I was ministering. Just gave him a signal, pick that call. He picked that call, he spoke. That man spoke with a lot of anger. I spoke, I said, where are you, pastor? The pastor want to kill your wife. Where are you? Come to the police station or we are coming for you. That man answered. That friend of mine said, I'm not the one. The owner of the phone is preaching. So that's how the police said, oh, how? And we know he's in the house. I never knew this woman. When I left the church, they had given advice, go back to the police station and say, now you came back to pick your clothes in your house. And the man has chased you again. He wants to kill you. Remember, they had reported a case about me 1 month ago. There was no evidence. Now she has come back for items, and she says she wants books, so the book to my kids. So that time he was in school. He's a boy. He was in a nursery. Let me say PP2. And she wants the book and clothes. I've chased her. So the police were very furious. You know, when a woman goes to report a man in the police station, the police and everybody is furious. Now she said, I'm in the house. Now the police they know I am in the house, but I am a pastor. Now the police said, this man is a pastor. We cannot go and arrest him as a normal man. A normal man maybe is a thief or just a normal man. That's why I don't know how they came up with that mind, that we cannot go back in the house of the pastor and arrest him just like a normal man. Not unless if we call him and he refused to come, we will go and arrest him now. And we will treat him as a normal or a dangerous man. But if he will come, we will treat him maybe with a lot of some respect. So I did not pick that call. After some few hours, they called back again. At around 7:30, after completing crusade, I picked the phone. I called that policeman. The policeman told me, we come the police station immediately, or we are coming for you. In fact, that moment, that man, the OCS already ordered 4 policemen to come to pick me. But thank God, before they were just almost leaving the police station, I called. And the man, they were told the man is coming. Let us wait for him. So by that time, I had a lot of panic. I don't know what was waiting for me in the police station. I don't know what they are planning, but rumors were all over. My wife, this ex-wife, was looking to everybody, my friends, my fellow pastors, and telling them, I'm not in my house because this man wants to kill me. I'm not in my house because this man wants to kill me. So they were aware. Everybody knew that. Even my friends, even at some point, she had already convinced my parents, my father, some of my brothers, my relatives. I want to kill her. So when I went to the police station, I told the police station, I called my parents. They said, if it is police station, for the first time, my father showed me love since I was young. My father told me, my son, don't go. My father told me, don't go to the police station. Let me send you fare. You just come home and stay here. So that after everything goes on well, you will go back to Nairobi and continue with what you want. My mother said, you go. But if you go, don't allow. I know this woman. My mother is very wise woman. She knew this woman wanted to carry item in the house. She told me this. I know what this woman wants to do. I'm a woman, I know. They want to put you in jail so that she can come and pick everything she left in the house. And that was the plan, by the way. So when I went to police station, I had to look for a friend. We went to police station. What helped me, the crusade I had, the same police station, they were the one who had given me permit to have a gathering. But they never knew I am the one who this is my wife. So when I went to police station, they never knew it is me. I arrived and the OCS gave an order while in his office. This man is on OB. said, take that man, put that man inside. Let the wife go back to the house and pick items. And to make, I don't know how God aligned things. When I was in crusade, where we were staying, it was only just our compound was the second last to the police station. So when you look down, it's just the police station. So, and the man who was that policeman was on OB tonight. During the day, he has a shop and a small hotel where I was doing a crusade. So while I was ministering in crusade, he was just sitting outside there in a hotel, taking some drink, and he was watching a ball. I remember that the man he was playing was watching that game. So when I went to police at night, he was at night shift around 7. He was taking over the shift of night. So he was the one given orders to put me inside. And the man shouted, said, no, I cannot put this man in custody. Why? The OCS came, he was curious to know is this man. When she came out to see, he was surprised. Said, Pastor, you are the one who want to kill your wife? I said, no, I did not answer anything. And when I went to police station, they knew I am an arrogant man, a man who want to kill the wife, who had chased the police, had already staked themselves at the door of the entrance of the cell. If I do anything, all of them were armed and they were speaking. When I entered that police station, they were speaking. There's a man who is coming, he's very dangerous and he's arrogant, and we are told he's a bad man. So let us be prepared. But I have already passed them. I'm already inside the police station and I'm already at OB registration area. But now they are talking behind me. They are waiting for me. But they don't know I am inside. So when they were told this is the man, they were surprised. So the OCS was very surprised. He said, Pastor, sit there. I sat there with my wife on the waiting bench. She's crying. I've not seen her for 1 month. She said she came in the house to pick item. I've chased her. And she's crying. This man then I spoke to OCS. The OCS came back and looked at me and said, oh, Pastor, why do you want to do that to kill your wife? And why did you chase your wife from your house with only one cloth with a baby? You have denied her to take the books. You have denied her to do this and this. I said nothing. I kept quiet and I looked at that woman and she was crying. After some short time, I told the police, if this woman wants anything in the house, let her go and pick. When she left my house, she left with everything that belongs to her. What does she want again today? The police said, what? Yes, now the OCS now talking to him because now they thought he's another man. But when he found that it was me, the OCS came back out to speak to me. Said, and I told the OCS, I don't know what this woman wants in the house. If there's anything she wants in the house, I don't know. But if about her items, clothes, the baby's items, everything, she went with it. And if I'm lying, let me call somebody who will come and testify. Who carried her the day she was leaving my house. That woman was surprised. She kept quiet. She had nothing. Number 2, now the OCS now said, and you woman, you came here saying you are from your house. At what time were you in your house? And this man has been in crusade now. Unfortunately, this crusade was not far from police station. Where I was to the police station, I was just near the police station where I was doing crusade that day. The police said this man has been in crusade from 2 p.m. up to now. So at what time were you in your house? And if we say maybe you were before that time, where you stay to the police station is not far. If it could have been far, we could have said maybe you took time walking to the police station. But now, if this is your house and this is the police station, how long can you take you to come here and say, if you want to be killed, and as you came here walking while you came here crying for help? How? And for the first time, I saw a policeman defending a man. And especially it was a woman. The OCS was a woman. Said, woman, you have lied. And whatever you are talking about this pastor is wrong. And this policeman, all the policemen came around and they said, Pastor, may God help you. You are a young man. who have a great potential. We don't know how you met this woman, but thank God, because today we would have just taken you inside. And tomorrow is on Monday, you would have just gone to court. But because we have not seen anything. In fact, those police the one who told me, Pastor, we have a case here that has been here for 1 month. It is only that there's no evidence that is about you. And that case is dangerous. This woman you are seeing here, even if she lives today, she might have another man or people who are helping her, they don't know the truth. So please don't go where she lives. And she said, okay, I just want books from the house. I told her, if it is books, I don't know if you forgot any book in my house, but if there are books, just go. And she demanded she want protection. She was advised that when I didn't know the bishop and the best couple wedded us there, and the whole church, they were the one who had given her that advice, so that they could come with the police in my house to cause tension around, so that people can wonder. The aim was that the church should be broken, my name can be destroyed. So they wanted to cause tension. The woman insisted, I want to go with policemen in the house so that they can stand for me. I pick books. The police said we cannot do such a thing, and we are not allowed to do such a thing. If there are books you want in your house and this man is in, we are seeing this man, there's nothing he has done wrong. You woman, it seems there's something hidden agenda that you have. But Pastor, we have seen you are not a bad man. Just go with this woman in the house, give her books. I said to inform the police, no, I cannot go with this woman in the house. Let me just give her the key. If it is books that she wants, yes, let her go and pick the books. The woman went back in the house, picked the book. I gave her the key. While in the police station, a few meters outside the compound of the police station, I heard this woman picked the call and called my best man. And it was on a loudspeaker, I remember very well, that send that person now. I heard that voice well, and they spoke it well. I never knew, I didn't want to go with this woman in the house. I knew her mind. And maybe I knew for the time she has stayed out, maybe she has learned a lesson, maybe she will go back in the house, and maybe she will change her mind and marriage will go on. I never knew she wanted to pick items in the house. So the best man, when they talked, I never knew it was a man, a Mkokoteni man, to come and help this woman to pack our house items. So I gave her a key. I went the other side. She went in the house. She called a man, a Mkokoteni man. They came and packed things in our house, almost everything. When I came back in the house, I looked at that house and I cried. I was remembering the sacrifices I've made for this woman, the love I invested in this. At some point, I could not speak with my parents for around 1 year because of this woman. My father did not come in the wedding from that day. I never spoke with my father. We were disagreed for so long because of that woman. So after that wedding, I thought of so many things. That woman left and picked everything in the house. And the best man was the one helping this woman to do everything. And the bishop who wedded us, they sat a meeting in the church. They raised money. They rented the house for this woman. And they only wanted her to pick items from in the house. It was a very painful moment that it took me a long time to recover. I remember by that time now everything, rumors have gone all over, friends have run away. This woman get access to that lady who used to support that couple who used to support from US, told them about how I want to kill her. So their help cut off. I could not go to minister again because now depression has taken over. My friend, I suffered. At some point, I locked myself in the house for some days. I just wanted maybe to die. Because now there's no way I can hide my face. There's nobody I can talk to. All my friends believe I want to kill this woman. Everybody believed I'm a wrong person. It was a very tough moment that I will never forget. And after 1 month, because of the church and because of my name, I went back and looked for the bishop who wedded us. At that time, I got him and we sat a meeting and the meeting was big with the elders of the church, and he told me directly, We are the one who told your wife to go to the police station, seek protection, come and carry items from your house. And we are the one who told her to look for her own house. So, and Gilbert, if you play with us, we will just arrest you and put you inside, and we will put a case over you. Me, I have money, I will hire lawyers, and they will just arrest you, and you will deal with lawyers while I continue, and your wife will just minister in this church. She's our daughter. She's and we will protect her. We'll do everything for her. I looked at that bishop and cried, but I did not cry first. I cried inside. And I told Bishop, why do you do this to me? You know what I've gone through with this woman. You know how I met this woman the year 2015 in high school. This woman has only joined this church in the year 2019, and she was here only for a few months. And because of that few months, she was married to me. That's why she came here, because she was married to me. This was the church that was near, but she never told you the truth. She was married. Now you have done all this to me. Now you have destroyed the life of this kid. I'm not even worried about my name now, because it's already destroyed. Now look at this young kid, this young boy. I was raised with a stepmother. I know the pain I went through being raised by a stepmother. Now this young kid, how will he survive? But these men wanted to punish me. Number one, that I can lose ministry. Number two, they wanted me to come and beg them so that I can go back to their church. And they had I don't know how they brainwashed this lady. They told her for her to come back, I should go back home, take my parents, go and see her parents, apologize, then she will come back. I asked Bishop, after what I went through, I know the truth of what I went through, I personally. If I will go home and pick my parents, then go and apologize to her parents, and I did nothing, I know I'm not perfect. I know I'm not perfect. I have some weaknesses there, but I have not gone out of marriage. I have not mistreated this woman. I have loved this woman. I have protected her by all means. Even when she cheats on me, some point this woman could go out and sleep with a man. When she comes back in the house, I discern. By that time, I was not a psychologist, but I was now prayerful. I could discern the moment she just appeared. I know where she's coming from. She has slept with another man. But I forgive her. I pray for cleansing so that I cannot be affected. The only prayer was that God may help me. I should not get sickness through this woman, maybe the HIV/AIDS. So thank God, when I went for the test, I was very worried. But I found myself okay. My prayer was just great that I never wanted divorce from day one. And I was ready to protect this marriage by all means. My greatest prayer was that I should not get sickness. So when I met this bishop, he told me that thing, those words, and I was very furious. I thought of causing chaos in that church. I thought of just slapping that bishop. But something told me, no. Gilbert, I am God. There's something I'm doing you don't know. I left that church. I could share my story maybe on Facebook, because depression is now have taken over me. I have no place now. I have no friend to talk to. I could maybe just share that's my story on Facebook. When that bishop sees my story, he threatened to arrest me. At some point, he went and reported the case against me because I'm destroying his name. So they wanted to threaten me all over. They threatened me all over. And I thank God that there's two policemen in the same police station. They could go report to me. I'm destroying their name. Those police, they call me. Tell me, Pastor, there's a case has come here about you, and there's a man who has complained this and this and this. So those police are the one who told me, this man will destroy you. And they are determined, and if you don't watch well, your life might be in danger with these people. And you just be aware, we policemen, we are aware, if anything happened to you, we are aware of this man. These people can take you away. A person have taken you away from your house. I was imagining, how can my wife be taking shower in the house of my best couple? And the wife does not stay in the house. She goes to work during the day. Now maybe there are two of them in the house. My wife is taking shower, doing everything. Now my wife now has taken his own house. I was imagining a lot of things at that time. So the police told me, if this woman, these people can take you away from your house. They can file a case against you. And when this case was here, if we give you that statement, that case is dangerous. And it is only that there's nothing wrong you have done. Number two, if the day that woman came here crying for help, that if she came back in the house, you want to chase her. If you would have been in your house, we would have been arrested you. And there's nothing would have been done. It was only that but now these people, whatever they're programming, Gilbert, these people are dangerous. Look for a way you can have something that can protect you. That's why I just went and reported a case about how a marriage was done and we could not register, how we got fake marriage certificate. That's the only thing, the only weapon I had now to come and report. And I told Bishop now, if you continue pursuing my life and threatening me, I will file a case against you and we shall now meet in the court. And I have evidence of videos of the wedding. I have photos. I have the certificate we sign and everything with your signature, which is fake. I will use that one as maybe an evidence against you. At some point, my life was in danger. Even my parents told me to go back home. Until today, they always tell me, come back home. So that those people can do anything to you. They can use anybody to you, against you. That's how they retreated. And now when they knew that, they decided now to chase that woman from the church. I don't know how it happened. And unfortunately, that woman, he left the church. What pains me a lot, one of pastor was my friend, close friend. When he realized we have already separated with my wife and she is now ministering in the other church, this man started now inviting my wife to his church. I could see clips, my wife going to minister in his church. At some point now, when my wife left the other church, when they realized I have filed a threatening case against them. Now the wife now went to the church of that pastor who is my friend. I asked that pastor a very simple question. You knew me before my wife and we have now separated, and now, since we got married with my wife, I was your friend. Now my wife is very close to you. Since my marriage break, you have never given me a chance. You used to invite me to minister in your church. Now I only see you are very close to my wife. What is happening? So rumors started to come that man has an affair with that lady. But to me, I said, okay, no problem. God knows him better. He was my friend, but it has happened, no problem. So my friend, after that incident of everything has taken away from house, my life became now in trouble. I could not go to work, depression. Sometimes I would forget myself on the road. I have nobody to talk to. Everybody believes I want to kill this woman. I had nobody to talk to, but I continued with ministry for around 6 months. Things became worse. I could not now afford even to pay rent, everything. Now I lost everything. My life went back to zero. My name now, the man who has good name, a minister, the church closed. Everything lost. My life became zero. I started now begging for food. So now looking for where I can just get accommodation. I have stayed outside. I have gone through pain. For me to recover, it was not easy. I went through, I was rejected in society. And until today, we have everybody still believe I'm a bad man, wanted to kill that woman. And my life I've never recovered, but I've never recovered fully. I've never gone back to where I went. What has given me a lot of pain, and one is about the kid. That kid, I'm not sure if it's my kid, but I loved that kid. Because now the woman went and took the kid to her parent. Her parent are now disturbing me. I thrown the kid. The kid want this and this. And her parent did not know the truth about what happened in our marriage. When they heard that the best man told them, I want to kill their daughter, they told their daughter, just run. So until today, also her parent believes I'm a bad guy, wanted to kill their daughter. Now I don't know what happened. The woman has been unable to take care of the kid. The kid is now back home. He's not schooling. My life have not gone back to normal. I thank God I met one person, a couple, when I was undergoing through depression. The one now who took me. I stayed with them at some point. I went in hiding, and I thank God I got a place after losing everything. I only remained with clothes. I remember my life, I began, when my wife left after packing everything, I started building back my life. And but depression could not allow me even go to work. Some areas I used to work and I lost job that moment because I could not now go to work. I could not even move out of the house. I could forget myself at some point. Pressure could go high. Sick, and I went through a lot. Until today, I'm sharing this story after recovering. I haven't recovered well, maybe financially, those areas, maybe in ministry. Because ministry, I am a man who love God and I love souls. Just helping men to come back out of sin. What makes me feel pain is that those young men, I had retrieved them from drunkenness, some from theft. I used to take care of them. They used to live with me. When my wife had gone, I used to stay with them in my house. We ministered together. Some were drunkard. I used to take care of them. Now they have gone through drugs. Some they have gone back to stealing. That's the only thing I can say that makes me maybe worry today. But psychologically, I am now okay. And I'm sharing this maybe to help another man. A man is going through pain. You are going through struggle. I got a couple. They were ministers of God. This woman she's a famous minister. She's always on Nuru TV on Wednesday or Thursday. She's got Bishop Lusiak again. She took me to school. I was able to attain her. She helped me to overcome depression. Through God, she took me to a school. I was able to attain certificate in mental disorders and guiding and counseling how to deal with those issues. And I thank God because it was my experience. But out of there, I have gained experience at least to now. I can speak to men. When a man comes to me and share his story, I am helping them not out of education. Because my area I specialize in mental disorders and what dealing with those issues, whereby I can meet with somebody, we talk. When I see this person requires medication or a therapist, I recommend. But when I realize this person, the situation is not bad, it's just depression. It has not gone beyond depression. It has not gone beyond depression. Maybe it is bipolar disorders or what. Those things I refer to another person. But that experience, it helps me. I have matured through that experience. And I'm not yet back in a relationship. But now I'm healed and fully now to go on with life, to continue with the relationship. I'm trusting God to go back to ministry. Currently, I'm pursuing a diploma in psychology, in mental disorders and guiding and counseling in those areas. I'm trusting God will open door. I'm supposed to complete that training in December this year. I'm trusting God will open door that I can cater for everything, and my life goes back to normal. But I'm okay. And you are a man watching me anywhere. Don't die in depression. Don't kill your spouse. This life, if I, Gilbert, I could have maybe say, let me kill this woman. She has cheated on me. Let me kill, let me slap her, let me beat her. Maybe today I would have been in prison. Maybe today I would have been dead. I could have not been here talking, but I'm alive. I endured that. I won. It helped me to grow. That I will meet a woman who is better than that lady whom we can go on with life. But don't destroy yourself. Don't die with depression. Feel free to talk. We shall leave our contact. You can reach us anytime. We can help you in guiding and counseling and in any area so that you can restore back your life. When your mind is okay, everything is very fine. But the moment you are undergoing depression, you will suffer a lot. The lessons I've learned through this situation and through my marriage breaking, number one, I've learned that not everybody is happy with your marriage. Those people you trust too much with your issues are the one who will break your marriage. Especially me, I trusted the best couple. And the things became worse after trusting them. So that is a very big lesson that marriage when you are getting married as two people, learn how to solve your issues as two. And as a woman, don't take time. If you have done something wrong, apologize. Don't wait for too long or take yourself as a victim. As a man, the same. Don't be too big to apologize. Handle the issue of marriage in a wisdom whereby two of you. Because when marriage breaks, I have also learned that children suffer a lot more than other person. Me now, I cannot restore back that woman in my life after what I went through. I'm moving on in another relationship, yes. But now this kid will suffer. At some point, for 2 years now, I've not met this kid. I've tried to access him. I'm not able. I went up to Office of Children. I went up to Chief's office so that I can access the children, but it was not easy. I decided not to give up and let that woman be with the kid and do whatever she wants. So the kids suffer when marriage break. And number two, when this lesson has taught me that whenever there is a shake-up in marriage, it is like one part of your soul is dead. Because it doesn't matter whether you are a millionaire, it doesn't matter whether you are a psychologist, whether you are a preacher. Whenever marriage break, it is like a dead sentence to you. Especially to the person who is wounded. One person can feel good. Especially my wife was feeling good, and she could even write to me messages and tell me, you will suffer. When I was sleeping, we have people who are monitoring my life and telling her everything. When I have no food, she will say, you will suffer, you will struggle, you will suffer until you realize I'm very important to you. So one party suffers a lot during marriage breaking. So the lesson I've learned that you should protect marriage by all means. Number two, never ignore red flags. If this woman, when she went the first time in the year 2019, I could have just left her, I would have already dealt with these things one and for all. But I never knew. She went for 3 months. I knew she will come, maybe change. Now she has stayed after some few years now. It is now almost 2 years when she left. 3 months has become 2 years. The first time it was one man who was pursuing her. Second time there were over 3 men. And now she came back and picked everything in the house. And my life went back to zero. Look at those scenarios. It is because I ignore some red flags. It doesn't matter how beautiful she is or how handsome he or she may be. My friend, never ignore any red flag. And you are listening to me, either you are a woman. You might be a woman suffering genuinely. Your husband is frustrating you. Don't die in depression. Don't die in depression, because I know how it costed me. I know the pain I went through. Sometime, sickness could attack me from nowhere just because of depression. So, don't die in depression. Feel free to talk. You are a man. You may not get anybody who will listen to you. There is one man you trust. Me, out of all friends, I have few, maybe 2 or 3, who stood with me until today. They believe in me, that I'm innocent. So you are watching me. Don't die in depression. You are married today, and you are listening to me, and you are married. Protect that marriage. Your husband might not be perfect, your wife might not be perfect, but protect that marriage, because you might leave that marriage, you might leave that woman thinking you will get the best woman outside here. Or leave that man thinking those men who are pursuing, they are good. But a time will come when you think of going back, it will be very hard. For instance, my ex-wife, she has tried her best to come back, but all doors are locked because of what I went through. Protect your marriage by all means. You want to reach me, or you can call me on this contact. This is my WhatsApp number, 0741 71 2685. 0741 71 2685. I'm currently in school. I'm supposed to graduate on 13th. Now I'm seeing like I'll miss exam because I've not completed school fees. If God touches you, I can give you the direct number of the school. You can send money there, or you can help me through that number. Donate anything. Maybe you can support me, complete my exam, and do my graduation. And maybe you are a minister there outside there, where you are a pastor, you have instruments in your church extra. I want to go back to crusades, minister back to God. You want to watch my clips on YouTube? I'm Apostle Gilbert Manyasi on YouTube. You can see the work I used to do for ministry. You want to stand with me, go back to ministry with the instruments, you can donate a mic, a speaker, whatever, and God shall bless you.